All right. I'm just gonna check the live dashboard, see what's happening. But hi, I'm Trey, Broken Path Shaman, and I'm just here to share some meditation with you. It's been a while, so this is really nice. I've gone through a ton of stuff in a good way, but it's definitely kept me busy. I got a little bit of vacation, which was nice. Did a Reiki Master attunement, which was awesome. So a lot of good things happening. But what that means is I've had less time to share this. What's this? Well, welcome Community Tribe into my virtual medicine lodge. This is where I share the daily meditation practice, um, my daily meditation practice, and it's just a simple practice of shamanic breathing. Now, what's that? It's different than most people's surface breathing. It's just an intentful breath. Um, don't really like to say full because I don't want people to hurt themselves, but very intentful breath, where we just get into our inner selves, right? Get into our body. So ask questions if you have any. They definitely help me learn. But just sit, get somewhere comfortable. Don't don't overwork yourself. And if your body tells you it's too much, it's too much. So I'm actually going to do a shorter than normal version. It's about 50-50. So it's 15 minutes total. I'm going to do about 5 minutes and 3 different postures. All right. Now the postures you can look up. That's up to you. I'm not really here teaching yoga. I'm teaching how to take an intentful breath. All right, let's get this rolling. Now I like to set a timer just to respect our time. And yeah, good to go. So first posture is going to be in a kneeling position. And Sanskrit name for this would be a Vajrasana. I like to have my hands in a prayer position up against my sternum. And just really focus on life, any plants, trees, or landscape you can see. Just connect with that and take a full, or take an inhale, an intentful inhale. And as I let it go, as I release that air, that breath, I'm just imagining my muscles just relaxing, releasing all their tension, that unwanted muscle activity, which we call tension, which I call tension. Just letting it flow. Don't feel like you have to stay in any one position. You can move or modify as needed. One of the goals I have in each of the postures, especially this one, is to lengthen my spine with each breath. May this Reiki be for the good of all, for the harm of none. If it is not needed, may it nourish the earth. Now try and keep the perineum relaxed. All right, so that's the signal for second posture. Sit in a bound ankle pose. And I always like to remind folks, I've been on my knees for like 5 minutes, so you want to be gentle and really let that blood flow back into the extremities so we don't hurt anything, right? Be gentle with the body, and the body will let you know what it needs. All right, so bound ankle pose. Oh man, I'm so just grateful, happy, everything I can do this again. Healing, been on a recovery path, and it's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Going from disabled to abled. Yay. um, but with this bound ankle pose, I love the feeling of my soles of my feet touching. Again, I try and lengthen the spine while in this position. Sanskrit name for this would be a Baddha Konasana, Baddha Konasana. But also, just look these up because I'm not a yoga teacher. So there's a lot of nuance that I'm just not covering. Now, just want you to breathe. Take that full, intentful breath. Just relaxingly let it out. Hi, Instagram. Just here sharing some meditation with you while I share it on YouTube also. Now, the other day, we'll talk about it later. Take that full, intentful breath. And just relaxingly release that air. I'm just going to modify a little bit because I'm not really. Well, that's a signal for the next posture. So, hey, thanks Instagram. We'll see you later. Check me out on YouTube, Broken Path Shaman. Wow, there's way too much to this. Sorry, folks, as I transition. What's that? Sorry, not sorry? Just decided to share that on Instagram for a minute. I'll have to work on that. And if you know anybody, tell your friends. This is really trying to share it to as wide an audience as possible, right? So, unfortunately, you're not going to get to see all of me here as I stand up for this final posture. Oh, maybe. Here we go. Let's get it go. This is a mountain pose. And in this pose, I try and realize the significance of humans being between the earth and the sky. So with my feet, I ground out through the earth to the earth's crystalline core, and I stretch towards the sky, all at the same time. Now this is a mountain pose. Look it up. I like BKS Iyengar's mountain pose, but they're all effectively the same thing. Keeping my toes together, metatarsals planted firmly, weight equal between the heels and the ball of the foot, or front of the foot. I haven't done a prayer position in Tadasana for a long time. Well, thank you for joining today. That was it. That was the last posture. Mm. So I like to always end with something where I say one thing that I'm grateful for. And this morning, I was thinking, I was like, I'm really thankful for my Kaiser doctors, Kaiser Permanente, and man, my physical therapist and my main doctor, awesome. Yeah, physical therapist has been really listening to my needs, and I'm just so grateful for that. Giving me the exercises and the upgrades to the exercises at the right time and very appropriate. So I'm so grateful that she knows what she's doing. I'm so grateful that it's working for me and that she's really working to be a healer, right? Like listen to the folks. It's not just a one-way type thing. It's a conversation because the condition changes and not everybody is the same. So thank you. And then also my doctor, he's just awesome. Yeah, so thank you very much. I had to switch because in the past I've had doctors that don't really listen, and you just got to feel that out. You got to feel if you're getting the right care because they know a lot more than I do, but I know my body better than they do because I live in it. It's me. I brought it here. This is my shit. I'm the captain, so I want them to listen. Right, side effects of drugs, yada yada. So he's been really great at that. I'm grateful. So. Mm. But thanks to everyone for meditating with me, meditating with us. Oh yeah, I was gonna say something. What was it? What was it? Somebody had asked. Oh man, now this is gonna bug me because it was right on the tip of my tongue. It was on Reddit. Somebody had asked. I think it was just about tingling in their hands, but I can't really remember. Ah, darn it. All right. Oh yeah. Anxiety. That was it. So on Reddit, somebody recommended some great stuff about how anybody who's anxious, you can kind of interrupt that anxiety and work with it on a physical level as opposed to the mental level. Sometimes, depending on how our minds are developed, they might be a little overwhelmed to work through certain things. That old VW bug out there getting started, and that muffler gets a little loud while I'm trying to talk. But so anxiety, what I practice and what I really believe in is that the body and the mind are connected, so mind-body connection. But that means more than just words. That means that if I want to learn something, I can learn it through the body, or I can learn it through studying with the mind, right? Both will lead me to this knowledge core. It's just, do I get to it from the body? So asanas would be a great way of getting to it through the body. Just by being in certain positions, the mind attains a certain knowledge that it can then help inform the intelligence, right? To help inform our decision making and what we do, right? It might not be words, it might not be like reading an encyclopedia, but it is just the same value of knowledge in a different format, right? So it's not in words, which are trying to take reality and parse it down to something that we can understand. This is the body taking the environment, taking reality in different, not words, just parsing it down into muscle signals and flexing and sweat and exertion and willpower and all these things that go into holding a really tough yoga pose, right? So I was just reminded, and I posted on that as a reply, that if you feel anxiety, it's usually going to start in your solar plexus, yeah, which is going to be around the diaphragm and the stomach area, just be in the stomach area. And most people are going to feel like a tightness in that area. What I've noticed in my own life is it makes me start to hunch because when that muscle flexes, it contracts. Sorry, when that muscle activates, it contracts, not flexes. When that muscle activates, it contracts. and that contraction can start to bring us forward. It brought me forward. So what I do is when I feel that stomach contracting, because I try and leave it open so I know that I'm approaching things as relaxed as I could be. When I start to feel it, it usually happens way before the specific thought. I just breathe, relax that diaphragm, and just inhale into the lungs. And that interrupts that anxiety response before it can build into an anxiety vortex, which then can lead into an anxiety like outbreak, right? So just nervous, maybe cold sweat, yada yada, depending on what is creating that anxiety. So it's not that anxiety isn't bad. It's not bad to be ready, you know, but active. But when it's not wanted, um, yeah, when it's unintentional, that's when I think it's good to get that body in there, take a breath, interrupt that anxiety response, and then go forward with what you're going to do. So, perfect example, boss comes into you. As soon as you hear the knock on the door, pit of your stomach, you feel something in the pit of your stomach. Just deep breath, come in. Just breathe into that anxiety. Just deep breath, not shallow breath. Because again, when we contract the stomach, it's going to give us a shallower breath. And then we're just not really going to have that full relaxation, that full control of ourself, right? Top to bottom. So there you go. I'm sure I kind of wandered around, but that's the point. Mind-body connection means more than just words. It really means that we can gain intelligence through either the mind or the body. That's all. And then synthesize it to understand it, right? To fully understand it. So, you can find me on Twitter as BP_shaman, Instagram as BP_shaman, if my name change worked, or YouTube, The Broken Path Shaman. So YouTube is where I actually go live. I'm gonna play with going live in other platforms, but right now it's YouTube, and I save all my videos. So if you want to see everything I've done since April, it's all here. It's just daily meditation. Pick any one. They're all named the same because it really doesn't matter in my opinion. It's all the same idea. You sit with somebody you know, and you just meditate for a little bit, right? And then Twitter, I always put the last meditation up there so people know when I'm getting started. So, time to get some coffee. I'm going to say, the light in me honors the light in you. Health and wholeness, family. Peace. See you in the future. See you on the flip side.